Hello and welcome to the flight deck. This is my new Boeing Flight Sim edition. Now in the last video I have a lovely Airbus setup, but you know what, there's a bunch of you out there who are of the crowd, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. And that is despite the fact that Boeing, well, we won't talk about that right now. But yes, today on this episode we're going to be looking at this amazing Flight Sim setup, and then we're going to be a test pilot because we have just got a Ryanair 737 out the factory at Boeing Field. We'll take it for a couple of traffic patterns, see how this thing fares when it comes to flying the Boeing 737. Without further ado, let's go through the setup. Now in the last video I gave some of you motion sickness because I was whipping the camera around like a madman. So I'm just going to sit here, sit on my hands so I don't move them and just talk you through the setup. So first and foremost we have got, oh, move my hand already. We have got this G9 OLED, which is a 49-inch Samsung monitor. This thing is absolutely stunning. Now I like having the displays outside of the screen, but I've kind of had an appreciation for using the in-cockpit view like this because it just makes things easier. The setup is great. And if you've ever used a 49-inch screen for Flight Sim, you'll know this is actually the best because you get this lovely wide field of view. You can see outside, see slightly to the left, but you can see all your instruments quite well. And with this OLED, it is crisp. And I'm pairing it with my new gaming PC, which I built over the weekend. It's a 4080 Super build and it has some incredible specs. A dedicated video to this will be coming very soon. Moving on, we have got the Thrustmaster controls there. Oopsie daisy, just changed the cockpit view. The Thrustmaster controls there, the Yoke Boeing edition, which looks amazing. We've got the Thrustmaster TPR pendular rudder pedals, which again, very expensive, but 100% worth it. It's so smooth and it feels very airline-like. And yeah, how would I know that? Well, I did try this Flight Sim thing that one time and it felt pretty similar. Okay, I have no idea. Now moving on to the left, we have something that surprisingly increased my immersion quite significantly. Having an actual tiller, which lets you move the front wheels. This is how I play in taxis. Now I bought this tiller from a shop on Etsy, and it also comes with this Airbus attachment, as you can see there, which is pretty nifty. I've got a Stream Deck here, which is another new addition. This is an awesome little device, which is actually really useful for Flight Sim, and I'm just still trying to work out how best to use it. But so far I've settled on using it for looking around the cockpit in a very fast way, and also exterior and wing views and that kind of stuff. And I'm using a panel designed by a guy called Richard at Flight Panels, and this has been an amazing addition to the sim. And if you want to get more involved and buy something, you can see all the links in the description below to everything in this video. Now on the right hand side I have got the Honeycomb Bravo, which is an amazing quadrant, and I'm using these Flight Sim Factory modified 737 handles. Now the Flight Sim Factory mods are amazing in that it gives you the 737 handles, you know, more realistic big throttle handles. It gives you the flaps with the detents and the gates you've got to go through. You've also got autopilot function on this thing, and until I get an actual Boeing 737 MCP, this will do for now. Last but not least, well not last, is the Next Level Racing Boeing Commercial Edition. I love the seat. The effect feels very Boeing, having this kind of sheepskin thing going on. The fixings feel really good. There's enough space for everything. It just means you can attach all the things that you need. The star of the show is the Next Level Racing Motion Plus. The thing about this motion compared to the other one was 3 degrees of freedom, meaning you get heave up and down. Think sinking pit of your stomach sensation as you go over a hill. You get pitch and you get roll. So that's 3 degrees of freedom, which I said in the last video was kind of the minimum you need for Flight Sim, but having used this, I'm not so sure. So this is a mainly 2 degree of freedom setup. You've got a rocker at the front, you've got the motion at the back, and then when you're flying, it gives you that roll effect. It gives you a bit of pitch. There isn't that much in terms of the degrees that it can move, so degrees of travel, but actually giving you the cues in your brain is enough. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how amazing this motion system is. We'll be going into the ins and outs of motion when it comes to Flight Sim in a later video. Now though, it's time to get into the aircraft. Let's get into the cockpit, let's get going. So welcome guys to the cockpit of this beautiful Boeing 737. And yes, we are Ryanair colors because we're at Boeing Field in America where these planes are made. And we're gonna be taking this 737 on a test flight because it's gonna be landing in Ireland, ready to do some commercial flights, and we'll be doing those flights on VATSIM. But first, we're getting to grips with the 737. We're going to do 2 traffic patterns. First will be a touch and go, and the second will be a complete full stop. Just to show you this plane, this setup. First things first though, time to set up the aircraft for touch and goes. Look, we're going to have a very empty plane with no passengers and a third of the fuel on board so that we can fly around pretty easily. We're going to get ourselves ready for engine start and pushback. Okay, that's our APU started. Let's switch to the APU gen. Fabulous. We'll switch off ground power. And let's get to GSX to sort us out. we're pushback. Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm so excited, guys. This is going to be fun. And it's going to be fun just doing traffic patterns in a 737. This is what it's all about. What's that runway heading? Altitude of 2,500 feet. Oh, hello, mate.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Cool. Thanks. Ready for pushback.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Why is he in the wheel well? He's just... Okay, there's some bugs. There's some bugs in here. Okay, let's get ourselves ready for pushback and startup. So we want to get our packs off. We want our APU bleed on. And we are pushing back, guys. All right, let's have a look. Let's start engine number 2. Excellent, and that is a great start on number 1. All right, let's start engine number 2. Okay, we're looking for a 25% N2, and we've got way more than that because I'm too busy looking around the outside. And that's not a pushback. What the hell is that? That looks like so much fun. We will turn our APU bleed off, APU off, and we'll turn our packs back down to auto.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Fabulous. Okay, let's set flaps 5. Okay, let's test flight controls. So we're going to go full forwards, we're going to go full back, we're going to go full left, we're going to go full right. I'm going to go full right on the rudder and then full left on the rudder. And we are moving and the motion system comes to life. Okay, and the tiller check, and the tiller is working. Oh my God, this is just amazing using the tiller. Hands on the throttle, left hand on the tiller. Feels like I'm flying a real plane. You know what, people keep asking me in the old video, why don't you just become a pilot, right? You know what, getting back into the flight sim, maybe we're looking at a career change. Well, if enough of you watch these videos and like them, I might be able to afford to become a pilot. Anyway, let's stop at runway 32 left, given we're trying to practice our ATC. We're going to go Boeing Field Tower, Ryanair 123, ready at runway 32 left for takeoff, traffic pattern left.
Ryanair 123, as terrible as that was, I'm going to clear you for takeoff, runway 32 left, winds 250 at 24. Have a good flight.
Clear for takeoff, runway 32 left, Ryanair 123. Okay. Bit of brake. Oh, and using the brakes, the foot brakes on these TPRs are amazing as we make a perfect left turn, just like that. Okay, let's do this. Let's take off. So, setting 50% N1 there, just for stabilization. We're using the rudder pedals now. And we're gonna hit our toga there. And here we go. Amazing. This is amazing. All right. 80 knots, speed checked. And V1 and rotate. And just gentle pulling back on that. Oh my days, that is, whew! Look at the smoothness. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Let's get that nose up. Gaining a bit too much speed, bit of front trim. Okay, we are climbing way too fast. Let's just bring that down. We're going way too fast. Let's get flaps up. I really wanted to just do a pattern at about 180, so we just need to bleed off some speed just there, and then we'll set our heading round to the left. So roughly a left turn. We'll just give ourselves a bit of space as well. So flaps are up, and we're doing a turn to the left. Oh man, the motion and the smoothness. Having this ridiculous computer on here is absolutely bonkers. Like, it feels amazing. Let's let the autopilot, auto throttle have a bit of a play. Let's set our speed to 180, auto throttle alarm, speed bug is on. Oh my God, why is it not coming on? Oh no, we have a problem here. It doesn't want to maintain our speed. Okay, let's bring the throttles back to idle. Oh no, this is all falling apart.
Look guys, I know it's a simple traffic pattern, but it's a test flight for a reason. So let's fast forward to our descent and landing planning. I mean, touch and go.
Let's get flaps 5, auto brake settings there. Everything else is looking pretty good. Yep, okay, wow. The smoothness of this is unbelievable. I'm looking forward to trying this in VR. I feel like that's going to be a bit of a winner. Anyway, we're abeam the field now. We see the field over there, right in the distance. We've got to be careful that we don't land in the wrong place because Seattle's International Airport is actually kind of in the same vicinity. A bit more of a crosswind there. Do we need a crosswind? Oh my God, there's no wind on here. Let's go. Oh my God. Okay, right, that was too much too soon. The autopilot doesn't like that, but I want a challenge when we're coming into land. So we got a bit of wind there. Right, let's set ourselves up for a beautiful landing. All right, I mean touch and go, not landing, touch and go. We'll think about slowing down a bit, but let's have a look at our FMC. Okay, final approach speed 133 knots. We'll add 5 for our wind compensation. Flaps 15 and gear down. In fact, I think we need flaps 30 now, really. That's gone a bit quick. Oopsie daisy. And I'm going to keep my feet away from the tips of the pedals because it's really tempting to jump on the brake when you're kind of coming into land. So we'll just use the base, which I think is actually what they do in real life, but decaying a bit of speed, still correcting for this very high approach, but we're testing the Boeing. 500 checked. Okay, come on, let's bring some of that. Let's bring this down a bit. Let's bring this down a bit. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's not lose too much speed now. Oh, she's fighting with me. Motion system telling me that. The up and down of the heave. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, okay. Bit too much speed lost there. Okay. And here we go. Okay.
50,
Yeah.
40, 30.
We'll just close the
20.
throttle. And looking
10.
down the end of the runway. Butter! Okay, let's bring the nose down. Let's bring the flaps up to 15. Ooh, what's going on there? Forget that I'm in a crosswind and flaps are coming up to 15. And then we have full thrust. And will remain the same for our takeoff speed and V1 and rotate. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a good landing if you're trying to land on an aircraft carrier, but not great if you're actually flying a Boeing 737. So let's just do the second pattern. Let's fast forward and let's get to short final in heavy gusts and let's land this properly.
Throttle coming down and we've got some gusting winds. Oh, I can feel the bumping in the turbulence in the seat, which is awesome. And again, you won't really see this one move as much as my other one, which moves quite a lot and is really aggressive. And we're on the Pappies just there. 1,000 checked. Let's bring that up a bit. But believe me, the small movements make a huge difference. And as I said, if you want to check this out, check the link in the description. But now it's time to concentrate so that I can actually land this thing, because it really doesn't want to stay on the correct glide path. And you kind of get a cue because this motion system is very quick to adjust to what's happening. So I've got a good idea of kind of what's going on with the airplane when it starts gusting and trying to do some funny business. But I think this power setting is pretty good. Let's just bring the nose down just a touch there. Okay, right.
500.
Oh, she's fighting me, but we are on the Pappies. Bit more throttle there, come on. Let's bring this home. Ha ha! What? Oh! Oh, gusting. All right.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, beautiful. That was stunning. Give me a round of applause, guys. Oh. And manual braking. Woo! That was good. That was a good landing. That was a good landing. I'll rate that. Let's roll out. Woo, that was good. That was good. If you've made it this far, I want you to rate my landing down below. Rate it out of 10. Let me know what you think. And there we go. Parking brake on. We won't turn the aircraft off because someone else may want to use it. Now look, that's just a quick whiz flight, and just to show you what this thing looks like in action, I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys some more amazing videos. As I said, the next one should hopefully be on VATSIM. I've got the mini FCU in my A320 cockpit, and I'm going to be trying Phoenix for the very first time. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Till next time, catch you later.